Well, it's Wednesday night, 7 p.m., and we are live. We are here, we are here, we are here. And I wanted to come on here today because we had a little adventure yesterday, and it got me to thinking about how many of us see the world and our place in it. And this is not a criticism because I'm just as guilty as anybody. But often we look at the world in what I'm going to call a self-centric way. That being said, there's importance to a certain amount of self-awareness, love, and taking care of oneself. Invaluable, living proof right here. But at the same time, we should, hate to use the word should, but helping others and creating space to be able to help others was really demonstrated to me yesterday and to Joan. And this is, I don't want to like, I did this. So I'm just going to tell you a story. It could have been anybody. Hopefully it will be everybody. Joan belongs to a group here in the area. And yesterday, a new person in the group who doesn't really know anybody yet, but she's new to the group, posts that her smoke detectors are going off. She doesn't know what to do. Is there anybody that can help her? So Joan reads it to me. Tell your messenger, send her a message, ask her what's happening. So push comes to shove. It turns out her smoke detector's beeping. I know what it is. She has no ladder. Okay. So I get her address. It's a half hour away, but that's okay. I drive to the store. I grab 2 9-volt batteries. I drive to her house, introduce myself, set up my ladder, find the smoke detector that has the bad battery, replace it. 3 minutes, the problem is solved. But there's more going on in this woman's life. And I just spent 20 minutes with her yesterday talking to her about what's going on in her life. Because I created space in my life to be able to do that for other people. And in truth, that's sort of why we did health coaching too, is because we wanted to share how good we felt with as many people as possible and show them that their life can be better and that they're not stuck where they think they are. And if listening to someone's story for 20 minutes gets them unstuck from where they think they are, even if I can't offer a solution to her, because I can't, there's nothing I could do to help her situation in life. She got to tell somebody who doesn't even know her, about what's going on in her life. And that is the magic of just listening and being able to have the time to go do something like that. We had other things to do. It was a good deed. Thank you. But guess what? That's what we should be doing for everybody else. Good deeds are not a bad thing, especially if they don't cost us a whole lot, right? And that's really where I'm going. A better world starts with you. How many times have we told her, and like I said, I'm guilty of this, guys. I did it for years. I'm too busy. I got to run home to the wife and kids. I got to do this. I got to do that. I don't have time for that. The world is made better by us being better. And really, that's the easiest way to put this. That I actually journaled about this the other morning. So many people use the term, my faith in humanity has been restored because of some event that they witnessed but if you lived those moments yourself, if you walked by someone and smiled at them, if you found a wallet and you turned it in, which is a bit of an extreme thing because most people will do that anyway, unless they're not nice people. But there are other things that we might do, little things that can brighten somebody else's day, little things. Ask someone how they're doing. Spend 10 minutes with them. That's actually a good deed, whether you know it or not. Because sometimes people aren't feeling real good. And if you simply ask them, how are you? Some people will open up to you. Some people will just give you a thumbs up. And that's okay too. That's up to them, right? I have always tried to smile at everybody I can. I didn't even realize it. Like, it's just something I do. I'm walking down the street, I walk by somebody, I smile at them. I smile bigger at the people who look like they're mad. If they look angry, big smile from me. Because guess what happens? In about 2 seconds, they look over at you and they go, just like that. Just like that. Because it takes more muscles to frown than it does to smile. People want to smile. And believe it or not, we need to smile. Happiness is an inside job. And if you're not allowing yourself to be happy, other people will sense that. So a better world starts right here every day when you get up. Did I have a bad day today? Moments or two? Yeah, absolutely. I had a bad day today, but not all day. I went out this morning for my usual, excuse me. I went out this morning for my usual paddle. It's 45 degrees out there this morning when I went out. It was windy this morning when I went out. Probably not as windy as it was the other day. It was probably like 5 miles an hour. But it was in just the right direction that I didn't average my normal time. I was off big time. I was doing 16 minutes and 45 seconds a mile average. My average right now is like 16:12. And it doesn't sound like a lot. But believe me, that 30 seconds, when you're doing a whole mile and you're doing 5 miles, it feels, because you know what you're used to. Your body gets used to a certain pace. And it felt lousy. But I got it done. I'm probably stronger for having fought the battle. And I feel good about it. Did it suck while I was doing it? Sure. But if we don't do things that we don't enjoy sometimes, we might not get where we want to go. And that includes helping other people. Because sometimes you don't have the time or you don't want to help somebody. But maybe, just maybe, that one time that you reach out and you take somebody's hand and you say, come on, let's talk. Or, come on, let me help you. It doesn't have to involve money. It doesn't have to involve money. It could be something simple. Heck, what does a cup of coffee cost? Well, you go to Starbucks more, but a cup of coffee. Let's go have a cup of coffee. Right? Or tipping your waitress a little more, especially if they give you great service today. Because the world right now is in turmoil. And that includes the people in the food service industry. They have trouble getting people to work. They're understaffed. They're overwhelmed. People want to get out and eat. People want service just like they had before COVID. It's not going to happen right now. So you kind of have to adapt to that. If your waitress is a great person, she comes over there and she's in a good mood, good for her, because guess what? She's probably under the gun. Show her some appreciation. It goes a long way, guys. All right, so the reality is that a better world is created by you creating a better you in every way you can. And that's what I got today. Have a great night. Thanks for watching, and we'll talk to you soon.